he's a very good person. And he means very well, and he's got some little different ideas. I guarantee a lot of the people at this table like RFK Jr., and I do. I heard he did very well today, but it's not your standard. It's not your standard talk, I would say, and that has to do with medical and vaccines. But if you look at what's going on in the world with health, and look at this country also with regard to health, I like the fact that he's different.
Now, here's the key part of that I for me, okay? You tell me what you think. It's not your standard talk because it's medical. I'm telling you, this is him. This is the president saying, I can't go where MAGA Maha goes on this. I'm not doing it. Operation Warp Speed was my signature achievement during the pandemic. It saved a lot of people, and I should get a Nobel Peace Prize for it. That's his position. You cannot embrace the extreme of MAGA about vaccines and their kind of susceptibility to skepticism at the same time. That's what that part of it means. It's not your standard talk. Meaning what? That Trump is fine with the standard talk as a politician of, yeah, where you lie and they lie and we see which lies win. I'm telling you, this is a good thing for him to be sideways with his base. I don't care about the politics of that. You may. I don't care. And certainly that's why the left will like it. I like it because it shows you can still be reasonable. There can be reasonable outcomes, okay? So that was, again, because of this big news that we had today with what happened in this Senate hearing with Bobby. Now, I'm telling you, the president said, I want all the data out. How does this hit MAGA? What does this mean? Benny Johnson, okay? Conservative podcaster, big following, okay? Consistent here, more than 10 million social media followers, relevant to the White House. Benny, thanks for coming back. Good to see you again.
Thank you, Chris. It's an honor.
So, what did today mean to you? And from what I've said thus far, does any of it nauseate you?
No. Well, President Trump is sticking with his man. President Trump is sticking with the vision that he laid forward, the movement that he forged with the two greatest political dynasties in American history, the Trumps and the Kennedys, uniting to create the MAHA movement. Make America Healthy Again is the single most unifying and important movement, arguably, in our country's modern history. Because you can't have America first if America's dead or sick and on their deathbed. And so this is the single most important factor for your children and for mine, for the future of this country, is having a country that is healthy both spiritually and physically, and that can carry forward.
Now, Benny, you're in Florida. You know, I'm not here to dox you, God forbid. We all deal with enough of that BS. I'm here to help make it better, not worse. But you got young kids. They're going to Florida schools. You or the wife have any concerns that now you're going to have families who don't have to get their kids vaccinated the way others are, and your kids may be exposed to things? There's no question in the data that the vaccines have made us a more healthy population when it comes to those kids early on in school. Do you have a concern?
So 2 points on this. One, my kids are homeschooled, so no, I don't. And then two, parental choice is the cornerstone of any functional society. You make choices for your children all the time. What food they eat, what parks they play on, what toys they use, what movies they watch. Sometimes those decisions are bad. Maybe that's my opinion. But functionally, the structure of the life of the child is decided by the parents. Now, this is something that my wife, who's a nurse, and I were talking about tonight, actually, shout out Nurse Kate, is that this is something that is going to require parents to really do some research and take some ownership.
And they won't.
That is what responsibility is.
And the problem is
like
too many won't, Benny.
Parenthood is responsibility,
yeah, but,
right?
Come on.
And so,
Benny,
when it's not
if we're going to talk about
mandate,
parents' ability in this country, but Benny, hold on a second. This is why this is the other side.
Sure.
You can't just say the parent is the cornerstone. Yeah, in terms of what happens with my kid, yeah, that's my call. That's your call as daddy for your brood. That's not what we're talking about. The cornerstone here is the law in this society. Our national religion is the law. And the reason that it evolved where it is, now you can argue too many vaccines, how many vaccines, look at it again, show us the data again.
Sure.
Fine. But you are not the last word, okay? The authority having jurisdiction is the last word about what it takes to go to a public school. You can homeschool, but these recommendations evolve because you don't get to decide whether my kids get sick or not, only your kids.
Chris, are you arguing for vaccine laws mandated by force?
No, don't exaggerate it for effect. I'm arguing for what we have right now, Benny. I'm not saying I'm going to punch you in the face if you don't vaccinate your kids. I'm saying the standard is what it is for a reason.
Or use a giant swab to get me.
If I hit you with that Q-tip, I would knock you unconscious. I want you to know that. With that little neck.
I'm against these I'm against mandates like this, and I'm for parental choice. And I believe you agree with that. In fact, last time that we spoke, Chris, on your podcast, you were so proud and went viral actually on my page on X. You talking about how you choose to defend your family with firearms and how you shoot shotguns with your son, and you enjoy that, and that's something that you're proud to teach not only your sons but your daughters. And that is your choice in order to defend your child in a dangerous world. And every parent deserves that choice. And parents shouldn't be mandated into vaccines that they have either religious exemptions for or whatever their ethical reason. And they also shouldn't be mandated to either own a firearm or not own a firearm.
I know, but
right?
Benny,
I think that also would be.
But I don't teach my kids.
You're making a choice for how to defend your family, and that's an honorable. I find it to be a very honorable choice, actually.
Benny, I'm with you, but we got to keep the context straight, okay? I am not saying there's no right to bear arms. I'm saying that I don't teach my kid to use the shotgun to shoot someone when he doesn't like something about them. And even if I did teach him to do that, society rejects it. That's my point. You may not like the laws, and this is what got me in trouble with so many MAGA folk, pre-MAGA, but during the pandemic. I didn't say you're stupid not to take the vaccine. I said you're stupid to think you cannot take the vaccine and go where the government tells you can't go unless you're vaccinated. That's stupid. And there's a distinction here. I'm not saying you don't get to choose for you. I think what we saw at that hearing today, and where the president is not with you on the MAGA side, is he believes in Operation Warp Speed. He believes the data shows that the COVID vaccine was much more good than bad. And that's why he called for the debate. And that's not where you guys are. So how do you embrace him when he doesn't embrace that?
Nobody's removing vaccines. Nobody's removing vaccines from the shelves. You can still go out and get a COVID vaccine. You can get as many as you want. I think they're on booster number 26789, ampersand 71 up emoji. And so go for it, man. Like, get as many as you want.
That's COVID.
What we're saying is that
you're going to need prescriptions.
And I'm saying the mandates
but when you
are
ask for
moral.
Prescriptions,
as far as I know,
I got you on the mandate part. I got you on the mandate part, but it talks about what we're talking about, Benny.
Off the market. You can get as many vaccines as you'd like, straight up the wazoo. It's just your choice. And I think
but Benny, again, and you know this is the way our society functions. This is the whole state of nature versus society argument in political philosophy. That I'm not saying you don't get to choose. I'm saying that when there is a standard, which is these are the vaccines that the kid needs when they're going to be around kids so you don't make them sick. You want to get sick, you want to risk it, go ahead. God bless. I hope it works out well. I hope you never needed any of them. Sure. This is different. You're saying you should get to choose. You do for you. But there is a standard of the community's safety as well, which may be at odds with your own. And that is what is happening with you and Trump right now. Trump's not saying parents don't get to decide. He's saying the COVID vaccine wasn't poison. Vaccines work, and the rules make sense, and they should not go away. And that is not what is being argued within MAGA.
You're saying that kids who don't get the vaccines may make other kids sick. And my question to you, Chris, is what about people who get sick from the vaccines? Well, where's their advocacy?
I think the numbers are much, 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 much lower than the risk of the illnesses themselves. But that's why I thought it was very interesting today. I give you the last word, Benny, and I appreciate you being here.
Sure. Well, if this is the last word and this is the last thing I have to say, it's quite simple. We've spent an entire week fighting for our family. I know we didn't get a chance to talk about the New York Times hit job on my family, but I wanted to tell you that you have 3 brand new viewers today, and those are my my 2 little oldest girls and my wife who are watching right now. So I wanted to shout out my daughter Eloise and Juliet and say, you know what? We love you, and Daddy will always fight for your freedoms and fight for you.
Benny, you are welcome to make the case here. And was that for me? Don't let
For my
everybody
girls.
know how you feel about me, Benny. It's going to make
For
them
my
feel
girls.
like you're not being a fair broker. Oh, I thought it was me. I'm sorry, Benny. I'll just tell you this. You've had a lot of success, and you signed up for this. I'm not saying what happened in the Times is fair, but this is what we signed up for, Benny.
That's right.
They come, they come for you, right, wrong, and
Yes.
otherwise. That's what comes with the upside. You got the upside, you're getting this too. Benny, you're always welcome here to make the case. Best to you and the family.
That's why I'm proud you're a firearm owner, a proud firearm owner, Chris Cuomo. Well done.
Yeah, don't make me prove it to you, Benny. Don't make me prove
Defending our families
I'll talk to you
in our own way. Yeah, that's right. Godspeed, Chris.
Take care. Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.